What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Varsity Overland channel. Today I'm taking the Roadrunner out for a spin, and it's got me thinking, are SUVs better than trucks for overland travel? Let's talk about it. No, literally, like, let's talk about it. Comment down below and tell me what you think right now. Alright folks, well, I've got the Roadrunner for the day. My wife's driving the truck. This needs an oil change and a couple other items, service items, so I'm taking it to our local Toyota dealership for that appointment. But I thought this would be an opportunity for me to kind of talk about some ideas that have been on my mind recently regarding SUVs versus trucks for overlanding. Which one is better? And that is a legitimate question for maybe some of you guys to answer. If you want to comment down below, I want this to be kind of like a discussion. So please feel free to drop your comments as to what you think, what's your opinion, what have you learned over the years. I legitimately want to know, like, are SUVs better? Are trucks better? Is it kind of like obligatory? Does it not matter? Is it based off of your preference? Most likely it's based off of your preference, but I've had a lot of thoughts about this recently because getting in and out of the bed of the truck to unpack my stuff at camp has been getting quite annoying. It's just, like climbing up there, unhauling everything, making it all at camp. It's actually caused me to be lazy, to be honest, at camp. It's becoming so much effort for me that I'm neglecting certain things during my camp process. I'm getting lazy about bringing my foam mattress to put up inside the rooftop tent because I don't want to have to climb up to the truck, dig through things all the way up to the cab portion to yank that out. Yes, I'm being lazy a lot, I'll admit that. But I don't know, it's just, when something becomes repetitive and it's just difficult over and over and over and over and over, you don't want to do it. If I use the SUV, however, for overland travel, everything that I need access to is right here in either the back seat or in the trunk. And if I fold down the back seats, I've got a nice flat space. And it's just easy to access. I can go around to the trunk, open that up, grab something, or I can just walk around to, the rear doors, passenger side or the driver's side, and just open up, grab stuff out of there that I need. I don't have to climb in to do anything or climb up to do anything. I don't know. It's just that it feels more convenient to me, and that's what got my thought process started here. So I know that we could say that you just buy a product to add to the bed of your truck, buy a deck drawer system, buy a slide out tray, buy a bed cap that has storage bins on the side where you can just open up the gull wing doors. Yeah, those are options. However, those are options after purchase of the vehicle. Those are additions, add-ons after the fact. But with an SUV, I don't know, you don't need that, I guess. The SUV comes as it is, able to access everything that you need in the back without having to do any add-ons. Maybe, I don't know, it's just, what are your thoughts? Comment down below, tell me what you think. So yeah, I'm walking around this Toyota dealership and looking at the different types of SUVs. They've got more than just Toyotas here. People bring in their other used vehicles to sell. I did see 2 Bronco Raptors, which were pretty cool. But I'm just looking at, that. I'm looking at the Sequoias. I'm looking at the new Land Cruisers, which are extremely tempting. They're just so good. The body lines and just the way it looks are awesome. But I'm looking at stuff like the wheelbase. I'm looking at just the overall center of gravity and everything, kind of the way that they taper off at the top and they kind of sit a bit lower, even though the wheel sizes are a little bit bigger. If I had to compare, most of these SUVs have 265/70 R17s or R18s, and that's bigger than the stock tires that came on the ZR2 at 265/65 R17s. I know that the ZR2s that are coming out now have bigger tires than that, but I don't know. It's just I'm comparing things. I'm looking around. Ground clearance is pretty decent on these SUVs. You know, you can access the roof without having to step on a whole lot of things, you know, versus some of the trucks that they're compared to. You know, and I mean, most often we're gonna, you know, put a different suspension on an SUV or a different, you know, like a lift kit or different tire sizes anyway, but at least compared to their truck counterparts, 4Runner versus Tacoma, you know, Sequoia versus Tundra, I don't know, it's just the whole vehicle's even shorter. Besides the wheelbase, it's just shorter and a little skinnier anyway, so fitting on the trails is nice. I mean, it's not massive. You know, these Land Cruisers especially, they're not massive, but they're just shaped so nicely to get the job done on the trail. I don't know, it's tempting. These are my thoughts. What do you guys think? So let's review some concepts that make this whole thought process appealing, okay, for the SUV in overland travel. Shorter wheelbase, more compact size on the trail, keeping all of your items secure inside the vehicle, and in my opinion, the easy access thing, right? Not having to dig through the bed of a truck. You can just access things pretty easily with the rear doors or the back hatch in the trunk. Some cons, I think I brought up, what was it? The payload is usually greater for a truck, or the towing capacity can be greater for a truck. The ability to simply haul more gear, you know, like fit more into the bed of a truck. You could do even like a live-in camper system, you know, so you can get like a big Alu cab live-in system that you can put into the bed of a truck. There's no real option like that for an SUV. Depending on the SUV though, you could do like a pop top, you know, so you could do like Land Cruisers or Land Rovers. You can actually cut off the roof and just add your rooftop tent, kind of like tent setup there. Jeeps do that with the Ursa Minor situation. I've also heard a lot of people bring up the concept of rooftop tents. If you put a rooftop tent on top of your SUV, depending on the size of the tent itself, it could just completely take up the entire, you know, rooftop cargo space. So in our case, if I put the iCamper SkyCamp 2.0 up there, it is very long. It's, I think, the exact length of the top of the 4Runner. There would be no cargo space available up there, and everything would have to fit inside the vehicle. So, you know, if we should bring too much, or if we happen to run out of space, that would be a con for sure, because we can't load any additional items up top. Another con of this SUV in particular, the 4Runner, is it actually gets worse fuel economy than my Colorado ZR2 does. This is like 16.3 depending on the day, and mine's like 17.5. Is it a world of difference? No, but it is something to consider, I guess. Although the iForce Max engine, am I saying that correct, on the Sequoia and the new Land Cruiser, those are pumping out some pretty decent MPGs. So I don't know, it's anybody's guess. Comment down below. That is the point. That is the theme here. I want you to join this discussion. I don't know. I just wanted to talk to people about it. Am I trying to, you know, hint at the fact that I'm getting rid of my truck and using the 4Runner? No, not at all. I'm not doing that, at least not anytime soon. I've thought about it, but I don't know. I kind of like my truck, like, a lot. It's my go-to vehicle. I've modified it so much. It's been across the country twice. I have zero issues with it as far as the engine or anything like that. It's just the idea, I guess you could say, of the SUV for overland travel is tempting. So let me know what you think, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace, people.